What's the difference between Colombian women and let's just say women from Memphis?
You'll get me in trouble with this one.
What did you think when you first heard about Passport, bro?
Welcome to Thailand. Welcome to Pattaya.
From where you playing? Man, Moon right here.
I see you looking like a snack.
Yeah.
Let me see some. You are the wifey type, baby. You the big one. Let me change your life. I could show you many reasons, different seasons. Hop in my bag and I stay in it. Hit from the back and I stay in it.
I'm a part of a passport bro. I would say I'm a passport bro. It's just I have to defend the actual meaning of it so many times, especially to women sometimes. Because they all think we're just going out to get some chick that is fucking broke as hell and lives in a fucking village somewhere, and it's really not the case. I've been to places in Europe where women probably making more money than me.
Do you deal with any backlash when you back in Memphis from like family and friends for traveling, extensively?
Well, when I first started, my mom and dad were kind of against it, especially me going to Colombia, because all you know about Colombia, especially if you've never been, is the Pablo Escobar days. I probably got well over 30 Colombian friends in Pisces, and they tell me when he died, a lot of this shit died with it. Now you got, your political issues and your drug wars and shit going on, but as long as you're not in the way of that, you really don't have much to worry about when it comes down to, major issues out there.
What's the difference between Colombian women and let's just say women from Memphis?
You'll get me in trouble with this one, man, but I'll tell you straight up, everyone has a preference, all right? I like Latino women. I love my Memphis women. Born and raised Memphis, in town, what's up? But it's a difference in how you're treated. Years and years ago, I used to hear about, especially guys in the service, going to these countries, and they always say one thing: "I'm treated like a king." Now, I never really knew what that meant. Treated like a king, bro. That's a damn good treatment, right? I didn't really know what that meant until I started going to South America, Colombia specifically. So the difference is how they treat you. Like I literally can wake up and the house is clean, and I wake up to breakfast being made, and it's not even my girlfriend, just a good friend. Um, they treat you so much better than what I'm used to. I've had some good women in my life. I'm not gonna sit here and act like every woman in the States is just a piece of shit, but it's just more of it in Colombia. They really look after you. The ones that's not after your money, the ones that really grow on you and that you get to know, they really will like you. Now, I'm not falling in love with anything, and they know that. But it's good where they can treat me like a man and play the role of a woman without trying to obviously play the role of a man. And we get a lot of that in the States, you know. So that's the major difference to me.
Now, you did a video addressing a pretty big, I'm not gonna say it's a question, but it's a pretty big statement that a lot of guys, say
Right,
within our own community
right.
that guys are ruining countries. What do you have to say about that? Like passport bros are ruining these foreign
Well,
countries.
when I made that post, I was really curious because it's subjective. And I got the feedback that I wanted, which was different scenarios of why they think that a country would be considered ruined, especially in regards to passport bros. Now, in my opinion, the only way a country could be ruined is if they didn't allow our asses there. You know, as long as they're still stepping on that passport, I got access to that country for X amount of time. It's not ruined. It is what you make it. Now, if you're an OG, you're a vet in the game, you've been traveling for some time in Colombia. Of course, if you're talking 10 years ago, it was different. And I think it's in regards to when I say different, like if you're, to be honest, the prices has gone up, and that's with anything in life. My dad told me back in his day you could get a damn hamburger in a damn drink for 10 cents. Shit just evolves, like it just goes up. So if you're talking about it being ruined in that regard, I get it. But guess what? That's a challenge to me. It goes up. Let me get away from that scene. Let me learn the language. Let me try to blend in, become not to say one of them, but have them accept me as one of them. And that's what I've done exceptionally well in Colombia. I don't have to worry about the whole she's overcharging me and she's no good. I got to keep a eye on her at all times and all that. I don't have to worry about that. You still have a mindset to be conscious, but it's not like, it's not overbearing to me just having to worry about something going wrong.
Okay. Now, some would say that the only reason that foreign women are choosing American men or quote unquote passport bros is because of the money, the status, and the access to America, the green card hustle, so to say. In your experiences, have you experienced that? Do you feel like women are just dating American guys and passport bros for certain benefits that the local men can't give them?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Yes, I'm not gonna sit here and say everyone I meet is just not wanting my money. I'm single, no kids. I get active maybe 3 times a week. I'm not really in the market to want a girlfriend because I travel so much. I meet all types of women. So yes, especially if you go to Cuba, guys, the chicks will want to get married with you the next day. I've been to Cuba and I know this for a fact. So yes, it's a lot of women out there that want your money. They want a better lifestyle. They want a better life. But then you have some that have no desire to go to the United States. I've met plenty of them. It's surprising. They rather go to Europe. Or I've heard some say Africa. We have access to YouTube now. These chicks got phones and the internet. They can Google and YouTube and TikTok and all. They can see the other places of the world that they'd rather be in. Especially now. I've met an alarming amount of women that have no desire to go to the States. They're learning other hustles. So I mean, yes, at the end of the day, they want to be treated. What woman doesn't? But I don't really flock towards that crap. If I meet someone that I can tell is all about wanting, my money, I kindly just let them go. I don't want to waste your time. Obviously, they don't want to waste my time, and it's on to the next. That's what I do.
Okay. Okay. And in concerns of, let's just say, Latina women, right? Do you find that they are a little bit more compatible for a long-term relationship than the average woman in the States?
Well, when you say Latino women, it depends on the demographic. Colombia, don't go out there thinking that you're gonna find Mrs. Right. It's a possibility. It's just not likely. You gotta know the language. You gotta stay at the tourist zone. You can't go trying to fall in love with a chick that's always out trying to party and do drugs and all that other shit. And it happens. A lot of women are active like that. If you go to places like Costa Rica, El Salvador, you got real, genuine Latina women. And if guys are wanting to seek a Latina woman, I would recommend those places and not Colombia. Colombia Medellin is known to be just a party city. No one's taking no one serious. You got women with the local men that ain't even taking them serious. Everyone's just kind of doing them. So that's what you get.
Was you shocked by the amount of Afro-Latinas that you saw when you first arrived to Colombia? I know I was. Like, I had no idea that there were so many ethnically black women in Colombia. I was pleasantly surprised because the mentality of them were different.
It was a big surprise because even if you go to YouTube, you got to be specific with the search. If you type in Colombia, you're not going to see too many of them. You wouldn't even have imagined that they have Afro-Colombians. You wouldn't even imagine that they have places like Quito, Choco, even Cali, that has a crazy amount of Afro-Colombians. I've been to Cali, haven't been to Choco or Quito, but I know some people that's from there. And it was a culture shock, but it was a good culture shock. And they're some of the coolest people you ever meet. They know about our history. They'll tell you about their history. And it's just a beautiful thing, to kind of learn that.
Do you notice any differences in the Afro people in Colombia versus the Black Americans, basically FBAs?
Huge difference, man. They're not so much westernized. I may listen to the hip hop and the rap and all that, but how they carry themselves is a huge something you notice off top, and it's just a appreciation for it. Like I said, nothing against the Western women. They do, we do, I do. I get it, but when it comes down to how women should act, they click on all cylinders with it, man.
Excellent, man.